Hi guys, Tony here with a new guitar lesson. Thank you very much for joining me for another fantastic Ren song. Now, I only discovered Ren last week. Actually, I'd seen the Big Push, his band, play I Shot the Sheriff a wee while back. I didn't clock that the two were the same thing until later on, but last week I seen Hi Ren, and like a lot of people, I'm sure if you're watching this, it blew me away and hit me at my core. There's not many things in music that can shock you today and really make an impact because we're so desensitized. We've seen everything done a million times before, right? But there's something about this music that feels new and fresh. And I've just noticed that ever since I've heard that, it's kind of stayed with me. It feels like it's part of my experience that is life right now, which is amazing. This music affected me in a way that I haven't been affected by music before, which is crazy. Maybe you can relate. I'd be interested to know what you think of Ren's music, if it's resonated with you as deeply as it has with me, and if there's anything else that I should listen to, because I've went down a bit of a rabbit hole recently of Ren stuff, and that's how I came across Jenny's Tale, and of course the Screech and Violet's Tale. It's a big story, amazing. I think somebody actually said, I've seen a comment, that if you time travelled and you get Beethoven, Shakespeare and Eminem, they all made a baby, that would be a Ren baby. That just sounded really weird. I can't believe I just said that, but you get the point. They three aspects together have been just an amazing poet, a genius, a way of telling a story really visually that really hits you. And having such a great way with lyrics as well, and on top of that, just being a fantastic musician and guitarist as well. So I'm going to teach Jenny's Tale today, and it's going to be I think I've got it kind of note for note. Now, there's only 2 videos of him playing this. I've done my best to get it by ear. Of course, there's the fast notes and stuff, so I think I've got it note for note. If I've not, I'm sure somebody will let me know. I practiced this song so hard that I got a blister on my finger here. I don't know if you can see it. It popped, and now I can't use it on the strings. So I'm going to be using my middle finger today to teach this lesson. I'm not used to doing fingerstyle. I've normally always got a pick. That's how I play guitar. So this has kind of taught me, or forced me to do a bit more fingerstyle, which is something I've always wanted to do anyway. So I'll do my best. I won't be able to play it as fast as I did in the intro because one of my finger is debilitated. But I'll do my best for you, right? Now I'm going to play it the way it is in the version. I'm also going to show you a really easy way to play this. So if you're a beginner guitarist, you haven't been playing guitar for long, I'll show you a way you can just strum this with some simple chords, and you'll be able to sing along with it as well. So, okay, let's just get fired right into it. So we've got the introduction. All right, I'm going to break this down into 3 easy to follow parts. Okay, so the first bit, we've got this. Okay, now, the first thing to notice is that what he's doing is he's actually kind of playing chords here, right? He's arpeggiating notes from chords. So we've got an A minor, G, F, E, right? And that's why we're getting those bass notes when we play a lick for that particular chord, which is why it sounds so melodic. Alright, so we start with the 5, and we're using our thumb. There's no real way about this. You really need to try and get your thumb over here to do that on the low E string. And we're going to get 5 on the B as well at the same time, right? And then 6, 5, 3, 5. Alright? Unless you say that sort of like in E minor. And then we're going to go into G. Alright, so we get the G note with our thumb, the 3rd fret and the low E. And at the same time, we're going to get 5 on the G. 4, 2, 1. And then we're going into the F chord. Alright, so we get the 1 and the low E with our thumb, and 2 on the G, okay? Then we're going to climb up, 4, 5, 7, and then we're going to get the E by playing the low E string, and 9 on the G. So a quick little recap. And we get that 9 twice actually, right? On the G. So we get it with the low E, and then we get it again. And if you can, vibrate the string a little bit there, right? Okay, and that's part 1. So part 2, we go right into the fast bit, right? Now again, I've not got my index finger here. I've got to do this thing, right? So we've got our thumb on 5, okay? Again, getting that A note. This is the hardest part of playing this, actually, getting this together. Okay, we want to pull off from 8 to 5 on the high E at the same time, right? Right? And what we're actually doing here is climbing down the A minor scale. Okay, so if you know a little bit of theory, it goes a long way when you're transposing this stuff, right? But anyways, okay. Alright, pull off from 8 to 5, 7, 5, 8 on the B, 6, 5, 4. Now we're coming down chromatically here, which is kind of cool. Alright, so. Alright, 8 pull off to 5, 7, 5 on the B string, 8, 6, 5, 4, and then 6 again, right? Okay, now remember that was the A. Now we're going to the G. Important to get that bass note, right, when we get into that bit. And again, this is the hardest part about playing this. Like, of course, you could do it without the bass note, but won't have the same kind of feel, right? So, alright, so we want to get the low E on 3. And we're getting 5 on the high E. 3, 1, 0 on the B, right? Sorry. And then right up, back up again to 6, 5, 3, 1. Alright. So again, our A minor lick, if we want to break it down. G. Okay, and then into the F, which is alright, what do you think there? Alright, so as fast, again, this is all about getting muscle memory and trying not to injure your finger in the process, right? So we're going to get that low E on 1 and 2 on the G. 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 5 again. 7. And then again getting the low E to 9. And again, by getting these bass notes, you are, on your ear, you hear the chord change, and that's why it's so effective. and also so difficult at the same time to get right if you're not used to fingerstyle. Like I'm not, this took me quite a while to get down. Okay, so let's just recap nice and slow from the start. Or from the fast bit, should I say. Alright. Now, to finish that off, we just climb back down that scale. So, we go 9, 10, 9, 7, 5, 4. Okay. And then I'm going to play the rest of the notes in this little box by going on the B string. I'm going to bar that with this finger. 5, 7, 5, 4, 5, 7, 5, 4. Like that. And that's it. Now, again, use the start, the intro as a reference when you're doing this. So if you want to try and play it along as fast, just use that, and you can see what I'm doing. Again, I'm finding it difficult to play anything fast with this finger. So yes, that is that's that part. That's the hard part. Then we're just into the chords, okay? And again, what I would use my middle finger and my index finger. I'm going to use my middle finger here, just again because it's sore. So we've got an E minor, okay, just that E minor bar chord, the 5th fret. And then we've got a D minor, just like the E minor bar chord on the 5th fret. And then we move that up 1 fret, and we've got an E minor, using the E minor bar chord on the 7th fret. And he's just kind of doing the kind of ooh thing. Can't really do it with that finger. It's not really hard. We've gone from A minor to D minor to E minor back to A minor. Alright, I'll try and do it with my middle finger, but you're basically going really fast. It's too hard with that. Put myself through some pain here for you. Alright. Anyways, I hope that that makes sense. So that's that part, and then we go into the verses. Now, it's basically just going between A minor and a D minor, and there's just different rhythmic things happening here, alright? So you have that's how it starts, right? Now we've got this kind of pinching thing going on, so you're getting the bass note with the G and the B, pulling it away, slapping the guitar. Just coming back against those strings like that. Right, and then we're coming down the bass note. So I'm starting with the low E string, bring my thumb down to the A string, and then bring it down to the D string, and then back to the A string. So you get this going dum 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 thing going on, which is pretty clever. And then come down to the D minor, back to A minor, and then sometimes, depending on where he is, we'll just do a strum. You need to kind of figure that out for yourself, because I don't know all the verses yet, but basically there's different rhythmic things happening. He's either doing the picking thing, sometimes he'll strum, or we go like, smoking ganja with the boys, or whatever, right? So you just need to kind of figure that out for yourself. Another rhythmic thing he does, the second verse, he stops doing this, and instead he's doing, alright, which is getting the bass string and then pinching the G and B. Alright. Can you blame? Kind of thing going on. And then when he's doing da 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 da, when he's screech, he's like. Alright. which is just the kind of, you're just pressing down on the chord and strumming. Alright, again just using those chords. Now as promised, at the very end I've got the real chords, oh not the real chords, the easy chords, right? So if you're a beginner and you want to have a go at this, then you can play using a simple A minor and a D minor. You can play the little intro, right, just by playing chords. Again, we're going from A minor, G, F, and E. Dun, 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 dun. You do. Dun, 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 oh. Dun, 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 dun. Going from A minor to a G, to an F, to an E. And then A minor and D minor, just got to swap between these chords for the verse. Da, 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 Again, it's up to you, but you strum it really. You can just a simple strum. Whatever. But if you've got the two chords, you can do whatever you like with them. Anyways, I hope you liked that. If you did, like it, please. And subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you soon with a new lesson. Take it easy.